So today I'm going to share my life cycle of an avocado resource where students use an avocado, they peel the seed, and they watch it grow. So this video is obviously the teacher version where I explain what's inside of this digital product and how you can edit it. But I do also have a student version where I show them how to cut the avocado and just like the step-by-step of some of these activities in here. So please also watch that video to see if you want to show it to your classroom. Maybe they can watch the video in a small group, or maybe you want to project it and so the whole class watches it. But for now, we're going to go over the teacher version and this digital product and what you will receive. I have included some tips, just a few tips on how I did it in my classroom, and maybe that's going to be helpful for you in your classroom. Again, all of these products, or at least this product, is you can completely edit it based off of your needs and your student needs. So right now I'm just going to give you a little overview of what's included in this digital product. I obviously printed it on my black and white printer, but if you have a color printer at school, that's really nice, but it's not actually necessary. It does look a lot better in color. Please don't print all of these pages because that is a lot of paper, and honestly you're not going to need all of them. Some of these pages are my tips on how I used these resources in my own classroom. So for example, the activity 1 tips, you don't need to print that. But every single page is, you can completely edit it yourself based off of your needs. So for the first activity, I have some step-by-step directions for the students. You might want to print this one, or you can actually project this on your screen, and you can have a student read the step-by-step, or you can read it to them, and then they can follow along with their own avocado. And so once they follow all of these steps, they can also draw what they observe and write a little description as well. So that's another activity. Another one is where I kind of have the life cycle. They can either draw on here, or they could they could cut out these pictures. Now these pictures, actually this would be really nice if you had a color printer. Okay, come on. So where they cut these out and they organize it in the order that they believe it goes for the life cycle of an avocado. And then so you'll have them place it on the life cycle sheet, and maybe you can check if they've put it in the correct order, or maybe they can turn and talk. You could also display the poster somewhere in your classroom, and they can go up to the poster and check their work. So this is the kind of the answer key, or I call it the poster. And they can just go up to it and see if they put it in the correct order. If they did, then they can glue it. If not, then, they make some changes. But that's an activity they can do on their own, or maybe they want to do it with a partner. Now, in activity 5, I have a bunch of pictures. Again, I wouldn't print these out, but hey, if you have the money to print them, that's fine. And if you want to put them up somewhere in your classroom, maybe you want to put it on a bulletin board, that's fine as well. But again, this is really meant for you to project it for your students so they can see it on their screen. If you don't have time to do every activity yourself, so they can't, you know, see it for themselves. Or maybe if you started too late in the year and they don't see the roots, you can actually show them my pictures that I've done in my classroom or at home too. I do this all the time. It's so much fun. This can be done with honestly every grade level. So if you're doing it with the younger kids, then obviously you want to be the one that's cutting the avocado and peeling the seed and just doing everything, and they observe. They could do parts of it. Really just it's really up to you. Get a feel of what your students can do on their own. But for the older kids, you could have them work in a table group or with a partner, and they use a plastic knife. They cut the avocado themselves, peel the seed, and then they place it in a plastic container, fill it with some water, and then, you know, each week they make observations. And it is a good idea. So if you're planning on doing it as a whole group where you are the one doing the demonstration and you're doing everything and they observe you, and then every week they go up to the avocado seed and they observe what's happening, you could do that. But I recommend that you have at least 3 seeds or, you know, 3 avocados, because not all of them are going to sprout. At least I've seen that, or it takes them so long to sprout. Definitely use more than 1 avocado. What else? Yeah. But so in the next part of this video, I am going to show you how this product looks when you download it, and how you can edit some of the slides based off of your needs and your student needs. So let's do a quick review of the life cycle of an avocado. I have the first activity over here, some tips for the first activity, which is where students follow my step-by-step guide with their own avocado. Or maybe they're working with a partner or with their table group, and they would be following these steps. Of course, I also have my YouTube video for students that you can project on the big screen, or they can watch on their individual devices before they start the step-by-step process. The second activity is where students draw their observations and then write a description of what they have observed, and they would also write the date down. So this would happen every week or every other week, depending on when they can see some cool things happening to the avocado seed. The third activity is where students draw the life cycle of an avocado from all of their observations here, following the steps of the arrows. And then the fourth activity is pretty similar to the third activity, except I have pictures here ready for them, and they would cut these pictures and arrange them in the correct order, and then they would check their order by either looking at this poster that you can hang up in your classroom as an answer key, or they would turn and talk and discuss with the classmate, or maybe you're going to circulate and check their work and then let them know that it's okay to glue these pictures. And the fifth activity are pictures of the avocado tree, the flower, and the entire process of the life cycle of an avocado. So if you don't have time to actually purchase the avocados and do the demonstration yourself, then you can show them these pictures and they can still do the other activities based off of the pictures I've provided for them. Or you can use these as a way for students to turn and talk and discuss what they are seeing and what's happening in each picture. And then and this is pretty cool when they see all the roots growing It is pretty amazing. And the sixth activity are picture cards, and they can go along with the other activities or on their own, but you would basically print these picture cards on a color printer if you have one. Black and white is fine as well, and maybe laminate them. It's up to you. And then you would mix them up, and then the students would order them in the correct order according to the life cycle of an avocado. And the last slide is just my other products. I also have the life cycle of a mango. So maybe you can do the life cycle of a mango in one group and the other group does the life cycle of an avocado, or maybe one teacher does the avocado and you do the mango, and then the classrooms can share their findings. I also have the data trackers for teachers and data trackers for students available on my website. I hope you find some time to watch the student version of this video where I go over how they would cut the avocado with a plastic knife, peel the seed, and so on, and how they can make their observations every week. And I kind of go over some of these different activities in here for students that you can project for the whole class to watch, or they can watch it with their table groups or partner pairs. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comment section on how you use this resource in your classroom, and if it was helpful, what you would change, what you would like me to include in my next resources, because my goal is to make your life just a little bit easier so that you find some time for other things that you love. All right, till next time.